What's up, everybody? Dexter Dixon here, Patrick Kilpatrick, Nate Hamer, whatever you want to call me. This is Spacelab X Fantasy Booking. So we all saw, if you watch the WWE, you probably saw on SmackDown or at least saw in the recaps that Kevin Owens dropped a pipe bomb on SmackDown Live this week, essentially ripping Shane McMahon for hogging up too much TV time, taking time away from other wrestlers that are way better, calling it an insult that he considers himself the best in the world over all these other wrestlers when Shane McMahon is barely a wrestler. He's a wrestler, but he's not really a wrestler. And it was pretty cool. Shane McMahon kept trying to cut him off, and then Kevin Owens would grab another microphone, then he'd get cut off again. They'd just kill the mics, and then they kept doing that bit. That's cool and all, but where are they gonna go from here? Like I mentioned on Twitter before, I have put on my Doctor Strange hat and went through infinite possibilities of what's going to happen out of this, and none of them are good. They're all trash. They all pretty much result in Shane McMahon wrestling Kevin Owens at SummerSlam and probably beating Kevin Owens to make him angrier or go over the edge. But all it's going to do is make Shane McMahon a bigger heel, more annoying, and then he'll blur over into that Baron Corbin like category where people are like, oh, he's a really good heel. Like, no, he's just so annoying that he's shoved down people's throats, and he's only annoying because he's shoved down people's throats, not because he's witty or sharp or like brutal or anything. Or anyway, it's Baron Corbin syndrome, and that's where this is headed. Me fantasy booking, here's what I would do. I would continue this build. I would have either one or the other, probably Kevin Owens interfere in the upcoming Extreme Rules match and cost Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre the match when they were going to lose anyway, and that's what he's probably going to say. But I'd have this push all the way to SummerSlam, and then it would lead to Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon in SummerSlam. Now, I did mention just now that that's where it's going to end, lead to, but here's my ending. Here's my fantasy booking ending. The match is fine. It starts to get brutal. Then all of a sudden, Kevin Owens does a very brutal move to Shane McMahon. Let's say a sit-down tombstone, the one that the one Owen Hart used to do, or he used to do, and then he did it to Stone Cold and gave him a stinger. Yeah, have him do that, like on a table, like an announce table, and then Kevin Owens drags him back into the ring. Oh no! Scratch that. He does it onto the table. The table breaks. The referee runs over to see what's going on. Shane McMahon's not moving. Ref throws up the X. The match is over. Kevin Owens celebrates. He's ecstatic. SmackDown comes around. That next SmackDown after SummerSlam. Hopefully they're still not doing the wild card stuff. Hopefully not. But anyway, whichever show Kevin Owens goes on next, be it Raw or SmackDown, probably SmackDown with the Heyman Bischoff change. Bischoff's going to want this one. So Kevin Owens comes in. He's hyped. He's saying he crushed him. He did it for all the people. Everybody's super excited. Then there's a special message coming in from the McMahons. Shane McMahon was critically injured, and he was put in a medically induced coma. This kills all KO's buzz. This kills everything. This makes him, and then they can show Shane's kids in the hospital room, and then everybody turns on KO, but KO embraces it and becomes a mega heel. He's glad that he did it. He did it for the boys in the back. He did it for the fans. He doesn't care about his kids. He has his own family to deal with. That's my fantasy booking for it. How would it go after that? I'd say KO would probably proceed to contend for the WWE title as a mega heel, a heartless, cruel mega heel, while Shane McMahon is still in this medically induced coma. Yeah. See, when I was thinking about this earlier, I thought about the ideas of kicking, like maybe he breaks his leg or maybe he cracks his jaw. So Shane McMahon's in a wheelchair, hobbling along, or Shane McMahon has his jaw wired and he can't talk. He has to go through the wire and stuff. Medically induced coma is the way to go. That way he's off the air, and it really freaks the fans out because they don't know what's going on. They're not going to know what's going on. A medically induced coma, that doesn't happen in pro wrestling. Is he going to come out of the coma? When will he come out of the coma? Who knows? Will he ever have his brain functionality back? This is all being discussed while Shane McMahon's kids are over him. Maybe even bring in Linda McMahon holding his hand for a sympathetic view. But for KO to go around and flip that and say he still doesn't care, say he's still proud, the crowd would, the Smarks would love it, the Marks would hate it, and that would make him a mega heel. So that's Spacelab X, fantasy booking, Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. Peace!